9 night visitors that bring blessings, accept them and prosper. Throughout human history, there has existed a profound understanding that the boundary between day and night represents far more than a simple transition of light and darkness. When night falls, the universe sometimes sends visitors with hidden blessings, creatures and phenomena that carry messages of prosperity, transformation, and spiritual guidance for those wise enough to recognize their significance. While some people instinctively fear the night and its mysterious signs, closing themselves off from the nocturnal world and missing profound opportunities for blessing and abundance, others have learned to welcome these evening messengers with open hearts and minds, discovering that prosperity often comes through the most unexpected nighttime encounters. These individuals understand that darkness does not represent absence, but rather a different kind of presence, filled with spiritual energy and transformative potential. This ancient wisdom emerges from feng shui principles, traditional folklore, and spiritual understanding that recognizes night omens as messengers of fortune, carrying information about prosperity, protection, and positive change that awaits those who learn to interpret their appearances correctly. These insights are rooted in spiritual beliefs and traditions developed over thousands of years, not in scientific claims, but in the deep recognition that the nocturnal world operates according to spiritual laws that can profoundly influence our material circumstances. When you understand how to recognize and properly receive these 9 sacred night visitors, you open doorways to blessings that most people never even notice, creating opportunities for prosperity that flow through channels invisible to those who fear the darkness. Since the beginning of human consciousness, the night has been recognized across all cultures as a sacred time of transformation, mystery, and heightened connection with spiritual dimensions that remain largely hidden during daylight hours. Ancient wisdom traditions understood that darkness does not represent emptiness or danger, but rather a profound fullness of spiritual energy, a time when the veil between worlds grows thin and messages from higher realms can more easily reach those prepared to receive them. The nocturnal hours have always been considered optimal for spiritual communication, divination, and the reception of guidance from ancestors, spirit guides, and cosmic forces that govern prosperity and blessing. Traditional healers, shamans, and spiritual masters throughout history conducted their most important work during nighttime hours, recognizing that darkness provides the perfect backdrop for spiritual phenomena to manifest clearly and powerfully. In this sacred darkness, creatures and signs appear that carry specific messages about wealth, protection, transformation, and the flow of abundant blessings into our lives. Tonight I will reveal 9 visitors that, if they appear during your evening hours, bring blessings and prosperity to those wise enough to welcome rather than fear their presence, each carrying specific gifts for enhancing different aspects of abundance and spiritual protection. Before we explore these sacred messengers of the night, I invite you to align yourself with the flow of nocturnal blessings by liking this video and subscribing to this channel right now. This small action does much more than support content creation. Spiritually, it connects you to the flow of prosperity consciousness that moves most powerfully during the quiet hours of evening and night. When you consciously engage with wisdom that helps you recognize blessing in all its forms, including those that appear in darkness, you automatically open yourself to receive the gifts that these nighttime visitors bring. Owls, wisdom and guidance. The owl emerges from shadows with silent grace, its luminous eyes reflecting ancient wisdom as it moves through darkness with perfect confidence and precision. This magnificent nocturnal hunter represents the ability to see clearly through confusion and uncertainty, navigating complex situations with the kind of spiritual insight that leads to profound prosperity. When an owl visits your evening hours, whether through actual sighting, persistent hooting near your home, or repeated appearances in your awareness, you are receiving a powerful message about wisdom-based abundance approaching your life. Spiritual meaning. Owls represent the arrival of wisdom-based prosperity and the ability to see financial opportunities that others miss. They symbolize guidance through complex financial decisions and the kind of deep insight that leads to long-term wealth building rather than temporary gains. Owl visitations indicate that important information about prosperity is about to be revealed to you. Symbolism. The owl's ability to see in darkness symbolizes your capacity to recognize opportunities even in uncertain or challenging circumstances. Their silent flight represents the quiet confidence needed for wise financial decisions, while their hunting precision symbolizes the focused action required to capture prosperity when it appears. Folk wisdom. Throughout many cultures, owls are considered messengers of wisdom and harbingers of positive change, particularly in financial matters. Native American traditions view owls as carriers of secret knowledge about abundance, while Greek mythology associates owls with Athena, goddess of wisdom and strategic thinking. Many prosperity traditions teach that owl visitations precede periods of enhanced intuition about money matters. Practical advice. When you encounter owls during evening hours, take this as a sign to pay careful attention to financial intuitions and insights that arise in the following days. Keep a journal by your bedside to record any financial dreams or sudden inspirations that come during nighttime hours. Trust your deeper wisdom about money matters rather than relying solely on surface-level analysis. Inspirational message. Like the owl that sees clearly through the deepest darkness, you possess inner wisdom that can guide you to prosperity even when external circumstances appear uncertain. Trust in your ability to perceive opportunities that others cannot see and act upon insights that arise from your deeper knowing. Reflection. Ask yourself, what financial situations in my life currently require owl-like wisdom and clear sight, and how can I trust my deeper intuition to guide me toward prosperity? Bats. Transformation and hidden fortune. Bats emerge from their hidden roosts as darkness falls, filling the night sky with their graceful aerial dance, as they navigate by sound and instinct through dimensions invisible to most other creatures. These remarkable beings represent profound transformation and the ability to access hidden sources of abundance that remain completely invisible to ordinary perception. When bats visit your evening environment, they bring messages about wealth that exists in unexpected places and prosperity that comes through embracing rather than fearing change. Spiritual meaning. Bats represent hidden fortune and the transformation needed to access prosperity that has been previously invisible or inaccessible. They symbolize the courage to explore unconventional sources of abundance and the wisdom to recognize opportunity in situations that others might avoid. Bat visitations indicate that significant financial transformation is approaching through unexpected channels. Symbolism. The bat's ability to navigate in complete darkness using echolocation symbolizes the intuitive skills needed to find prosperity in uncertain circumstances. Their upside-down resting position represents the willingness to see financial situations from completely different perspectives, while their emergence at night symbolizes hidden opportunities becoming visible. Folk wisdom. Many cultures associate bats with transformation, rebirth, and the revelation of hidden treasures. Chinese tradition considers bats extremely auspicious symbols of good fortune and longevity, often depicting 5 bats together to represent the 5 blessings of health, wealth, love, virtue, and peaceful death. Some prosperity traditions teach that bat encounters indicate the need to look for abundance in places previously unexplored. Practical advice. When bats appear in your evening awareness, consider this a message to explore unconventional sources of income or investment opportunities that you may have previously overlooked. Be open to financial transformations that might initially seem unusual or challenging, but could lead to unexpected prosperity. Pay attention to hidden talents or resources you possess that could be monetized. Inspirational message. Like the bat that thrives in conditions where other creatures struggle, you have the ability to find prosperity in circumstances that others might find challenging or uncomfortable. Embrace transformation as your pathway to discovering hidden sources of abundance that have been waiting for you to recognize their value. Reflection. Consider this. What hidden talents, resources, or opportunities in my life might represent untapped sources of prosperity, and how can I courageously explore these possibilities for financial transformation? Moths. Attraction of light and destiny. Moths dance through the darkness with unwavering determination towards sources of light, their delicate wings catching lunar and artificial illumination as they follow an ancient instinct to seek brightness in the midst of night. These gentle creatures represent the magnetic attraction of destiny and the irresistible pull toward opportunities that illuminate our path to prosperity. When moths consistently appear around your home's lights or repeatedly cross your evening path, they bring messages about your natural ability to attract the abundance you seek. Spiritual meaning. Moths represent magnetic attraction of prosperity and the natural pull between your desires and their fulfillment. They symbolize the law of attraction in action and your innate ability to draw wealth and opportunity toward yourself through the power of focused intention. Moth visitations indicate that your prosperity desires are becoming magnetically active. Symbolism. The moth's attraction to light symbolizes your soul's natural gravitation toward enlightenment and abundance. Their nighttime activity represents prosperity that comes through trusting your inner guidance rather than relying only on daylight logic, while their delicate beauty represents the gentle but persistent power of attraction-based manifestation. Folk wisdom. Various cultures interpret moth appearances as signs of soul calling and destiny approaching fulfillment. Some traditions view moths as messengers from deceased loved ones, bringing blessings of abundance, while others see them as indicators that prayers and desires are being heard and answered. Many prosperity practices involve observing moth behavior to understand the timing of manifestation. Practical advice. When moths frequently appear in your evening environment, take this as confirmation that your financial desires are actively attracting their fulfillment. Strengthen your prosperity magnetism by clearly defining your abundance goals and maintaining consistent positive focus on their achievement. Create evening rituals that reinforce your magnetic attraction to wealth. Inspirational message. Like the moth that unerringly finds light even in the deepest darkness, you possess natural magnetism that draws prosperity toward you when you maintain clear focus on your abundance goals. Trust in your inherent ability to attract the wealth and opportunities that align with your highest good. Reflection. Ask yourself, what prosperity goals am I magnetically attracting right now? And how can I strengthen my natural ability to draw abundance toward myself through focused intention and trust? Crickets, prosperity chants. The evening chorus of crickets creates nature's most persistent prosperity chant, their rhythmic chirping filling the night air with sounds that have been recognized across cultures as harbingers of good fortune and financial blessing. These small but mighty creatures demonstrate the power of consistency and persistence in creating abundance, their continuous songs representing the steady flow of prosperity that comes through maintained positive focus and unwavering dedication to abundance goals. Spiritual meaning. Crickets represent consistent prosperity energy and the power of persistent positive focus to create lasting abundance. They symbolize good fortune that builds steadily over time, rather than arriving in dramatic bursts, and their presence indicates that your consistent efforts toward wealth creation are about to bear fruit in tangible ways. Symbolism. The cricket's continuous chirping represents the importance of maintaining consistent positive energy around financial matters. Their small size but loud voice symbolizes how persistent effort can create results far beyond what seems possible, while their nighttime activity represents prosperity work that continues even when you are not consciously focused on it. Folk wisdom. Virtually every culture considers crickets to be powerful omens of good luck and financial prosperity. Chinese tradition holds crickets sacred as symbols of good fortune, often keeping them as household guardians of prosperity. European folklore teaches that cricket songs predict incoming money, while Native American traditions view crickets as bringers of wealth and protection for the home. Practical advice. When cricket songs become prominent in your evening environment, receive this as confirmation that your prosperity efforts are building momentum and success is approaching. Use the cricket chorus as natural background for evening meditation on your financial goals, allowing their rhythmic sounds to reinforce your abundance intentions. Consider this an optimal time for prosperity planning and goal setting. Inspirational message. Like the cricket whose small but persistent song can be heard across great distances, your consistent efforts toward prosperity have power far beyond their apparent size. Trust that your steady dedication to abundance goals is creating results that will soon become clearly visible in your material circumstances. Reflection. Consider this. How can I apply cricket-like consistency and persistence to my prosperity efforts, maintaining steady, positive energy around my financial goals, even when results are not yet visible? Frogs, money and fertility. Frogs emerge with the evening moisture, their distinctive calls creating a natural symphony that has been recognized throughout history as one of the most powerful omens of incoming prosperity and fertile abundance. These remarkable amphibians represent the ability to thrive in multiple environments and the kind of adaptability that leads to diverse sources of income and wealth multiplication. When frogs become active around your property during evening hours, they bring clear messages about money, fertility, and the multiplication of resources. Spiritual meaning. Frogs represent monetary abundance and the fertility needed to multiply wealth across different areas of life. They symbolize adaptability in financial matters and the ability to create prosperity in various circumstances and conditions. Frog presence indicates that money is about to flow into your life through multiple channels simultaneously. Symbolism. The frog's life cycle from tadpole to adult represents financial transformation and the growth process that leads to prosperity. Their ability to live both in water and on land symbolizes diversified wealth and multiple income streams, while their loud evening calls represent the bold proclamation of abundance that attracts more prosperity. Folk wisdom. Frogs are considered among the most auspicious prosperity omens across virtually all cultures. Asian traditions particularly revere frogs as money magnets, with the three-legged money frog being one of Feng Shui's most powerful wealth symbols. Many cultures teach that frog calls predict rain, which in turn predicts abundant harvests and prosperous times ahead. Practical advice. When frogs become active around your property in evening hours, consider this an optimal time to launch new financial ventures or expand existing income sources. The frog energy supports diversification of wealth and the development of multiple prosperity streams. Use frog-active evenings for planning business expansion or exploring new investment opportunities. Inspirational message. Like the frog that adapts successfully to both aquatic and terrestrial environments, you have the natural ability to create prosperity in diverse circumstances and through multiple channels. Embrace your adaptability as a powerful asset for building wealth that flows from many different sources. Reflection. Ask yourself, how can I develop frog-like adaptability in my approach to wealth creation, diversifying my income sources, and learning to thrive in various financial environments? Cats. Wandering at night. Spiritual guardians. A cat moves through the darkness with otherworldly grace, its luminous eyes reflecting ancient mysteries as it patrols territories invisible to human perception. These enigmatic creatures have long been recognized as bridges between the physical and spiritual worlds, and when cats choose to wander near your home during nighttime hours, they bring powerful messages about spiritual protection and the guarding of your prosperity against negative influences that might otherwise diminish your abundance. Spiritual meaning. Nighttime cat visitors represent spiritual guardianship of your prosperity and protection against energies or influences that might block your abundance flow. They symbolize the presence of benevolent forces working to clear obstacles from your financial path and ensure that your wealth-building efforts are spiritually supported and protected. Symbolism. The cat's ability to see in darkness represents spiritual insight that protects your financial interests from hidden dangers or deceptions. Their independent nature symbolizes self-reliant prosperity that cannot be easily influenced by others, while their mysterious behavior represents the working of protective forces that operate beyond ordinary understanding. Folk wisdom. Many cultures revere cats as spiritual protectors and guardians against negative energy. Ancient Egyptian tradition held cats sacred as protectors of home and family prosperity, while various folk traditions teach that cats can sense and ward off influences that might bring financial harm. Some prosperity practices involve honoring visiting cats as manifestations of protective spirits. Practical advice. When cats frequently visit your property during evening hours, particularly if they seem to patrol or guard specific areas, receive this as confirmation that your prosperity is being spiritually protected. Show respect and kindness to these feline guardians, understanding that their presence indicates beneficial spiritual forces at work on your behalf. This is also an optimal time to strengthen your own protective practices around financial matters. Inspirational message. Like the cat that moves confidently through darkness with perfect spiritual guidance, you are protected and guided on your prosperity journey by forces that see clearly through all obstacles and challenges. Trust that your financial path is being watched over by benevolent guardians who ensure your abundance flows freely. Reflection. Consider this. What aspects of my financial life might benefit from stronger spiritual protection, and how can I honor and work with the protective forces that guard my prosperity? Fireflies. illumination, and opportunities. Fireflies dance through summer evenings like tiny lanterns of magic, their bioluminescent display creating momentary points of light that appear and disappear in seemingly random patterns throughout the darkness. These remarkable insects represent illumination of opportunities and the sudden revelation of possibilities that have existed around you but were previously invisible. When fireflies grace your evening environment, they bring messages about enlightenment, inspiration, and the illumination of pathways to prosperity. Spiritual meaning. Fireflies represent sudden illumination of prosperity opportunities and moments of inspiration that reveal new pathways to abundance. They symbolize the flash of insight needed to recognize and seize financial opportunities when they appear, and their presence indicates that breakthrough moments of clarity about wealth creation are approaching. Symbolism. The firefly's ability to create light represents your power to generate inspiration and insight that illuminates your prosperity path. Their intermittent flashing symbolizes opportunities that appear briefly and must be recognized quickly, while their magical appearance represents the wonder and joy that accompany divinely guided abundance. Folk wisdom. Many cultures view fireflies as carriers of wishes and dreams, believing that their light helps manifest desires into reality. Some traditions teach that counting fireflies while making prosperity wishes enhances the likelihood of financial manifestation, while others see firefly displays as predictions of enlightening experiences that lead to greater abundance. Practical advice. When fireflies appear in your evening environment, use their magical presence as inspiration for creativity and innovation in your financial planning. Their brief flashes of light remind you to pay attention to sudden insights or opportunities that might appear quickly and require immediate recognition. This is an excellent time for brainstorming new income sources or innovative approaches to wealth building. Inspirational message. Like the firefly that creates beautiful light from within its own being, you possess the inner capacity to generate insights and opportunities that illuminate your path to prosperity. Trust in your ability to create moments of brilliant clarity that reveal new possibilities for abundance. Reflection. Ask yourself, what opportunities for prosperity might be briefly illuminating around me right now, and how can I develop greater sensitivity to recognize and act upon these fleeting but valuable possibilities? Dogs howling gently. Ancestral messages. When a dog lifts its voice in a gentle, mournful howl during the quiet evening hours, it creates a sound that resonates through dimensions beyond the physical world. This ancient call represents communication across the boundaries of time and space, often serving as a conduit for ancestral messages and blessings from family members who have passed on but continue to watch over and guide the prosperity of their living descendants. Spiritual meaning. Gentle dog howling represents ancestral blessings and guidance being transmitted to support your prosperity journey. It symbolizes the presence of family members or spiritual ancestors who are working from the other side to help clear obstacles and create opportunities for your financial success and abundance. Symbolism. The dog's howl represents communication across spiritual dimensions and the ancient connection between family members that transcends physical death. Their loyalty symbolizes the eternal support of ancestors who continue to care for their descendants' welfare, while the nighttime timing represents communication that occurs when the spiritual veil is thinnest. Folk wisdom. Many cultures interpret gentle dog howling as messages from deceased family members or spiritual guides offering protection and guidance. Some traditions teach that ancestral spirits use familiar animals to communicate blessings and warnings to their living family members, particularly regarding matters of prosperity and family welfare. Practical advice. When you hear gentle dog howling during evening hours, particularly if it feels emotionally significant rather than merely random, take time to honor your ancestors and ask for their guidance regarding your prosperity goals. Create a simple evening ritual of gratitude for ancestral support and openness to receiving their wisdom about financial matters. Inspirational message. Like the dog, whose howl carries messages across great distances, your connection to ancestral wisdom and support extends far beyond the limitations of physical reality. You are supported in your prosperity journey by generations of family love and guidance that continues to bless your financial efforts. Reflection. Consider this. How can I strengthen my connection to ancestral wisdom and support in my prosperity journey? And what guidance might my family ancestors be offering regarding my financial path? Dream visitors, spirits and ancestors, blessings through dreams. In the deep hours of night, when consciousness relaxes its grip on ordinary reality, the dream realm opens as a gateway for spiritual visitation and divine communication. Dream visitors in the form of deceased loved ones, spiritual guides, or benevolent ancestors often choose these quiet hours to deliver messages of blessing, guidance, and direct assistance with prosperity challenges. These nocturnal spiritual encounters represent perhaps the most direct and personal form of nighttime blessing visitation. Spiritual meaning. Dream visitors represent direct spiritual intervention and blessing in your prosperity journey. They symbolize guidance, protection, and assistance from higher spiritual sources that have chosen to work actively on your behalf to ensure your abundance and success. These visitations often carry specific information about upcoming opportunities or solutions to financial challenges. Symbolism. The dream state represents the receptive consciousness needed to receive spiritual guidance and blessing. Spiritual visitors in dreams symbolize the love and support that transcends physical limitations, while their nighttime timing represents communication that occurs when ego barriers are lowered and spiritual reception is enhanced. Folk wisdom. Virtually every culture recognizes dream visitation from spiritual beings as one of the most significant forms of blessing and guidance available to living humans. Many traditions teach specific practices for encouraging and interpreting dream visitations, particularly those related to prosperity guidance and ancestral blessing. Practical advice. Keep a dream journal beside your bed and record any visitations from spiritual beings, paying particular attention to any guidance or messages related to financial matters or opportunities. Create a peaceful, sacred atmosphere in your bedroom to encourage spiritual visitation and maintain an attitude of openness and gratitude for guidance from higher sources. Inspirational message. Like the dreamer who receives direct communication from loving spiritual guides, you are never alone in your prosperity journey. Spiritual beings who love and support you are actively working to help you achieve abundance and success, often communicating through the sacred realm of dreams when your conscious mind is quiet enough to receive their messages. Reflection. Ask yourself, how can I create better conditions for receiving spiritual guidance through dreams, and what messages about prosperity might spiritual beings be trying to communicate to me during my nighttime hours? As we conclude this exploration of the 9 sacred night visitors that bring blessings and prosperity, take a moment to reflect on how profoundly your relationship with darkness and nighttime phenomena might transform when you understand their spiritual significance. From owls bringing wisdom and guidance to bats revealing hidden fortune, from moths demonstrating magnetic attraction to crickets chanting persistent prosperity, each visitor carries specific gifts for enhancing your abundance and spiritual protection. We have discovered how frogs announce money and fertility, how cats provide spiritual guardianship, how fireflies illuminate opportunities, how gentle dog howling carries ancestral messages, and how dream visitors offer direct spiritual blessing and guidance for your prosperity journey. Have you ever received one of these visitors at night? More importantly, how many blessing opportunities might you have missed by fearing or dismissing these nocturnal messengers rather than welcoming them with gratitude and openness? Remember that the night is not empty. It is full of messages for those who listen, teeming with spiritual activity and abundant opportunities for blessing and guidance. These nighttime visitors work through the profound spiritual energies that move most freely during darkness, when the barriers between physical and spiritual dimensions are naturally thinner. When you learn to recognize and welcome their presence, you gain access to blessing channels that operate continuously but remain invisible to those who fear the night or dismiss its sacred communications. May your understanding of these nocturnal blessings transform every evening into an opportunity for receiving guidance, protection, and abundance from sources that transcend ordinary reality. Before you go, I want you to join our community of night blessing receivers by writing this affirmation in the comments below. I welcome the night's blessings into my home. Share this intention from your heart and let our global family witness your commitment to receiving prosperity and guidance through all the sacred forms in which it appears. If this video has transformed your understanding of nighttime spiritual activity and the blessings available during evening hours, please share it with others who are ready to embrace the full spectrum of spiritual communication and blessing that surrounds us continuously. When you share wisdom that helps people recognize blessing in all its forms, you multiply the abundance available to everyone in your network. May every night bring you peace, prosperity, and spiritual light. Until we meet again, remember that darkness is not empty but full of blessing, and your willingness to welcome nighttime visitors with openness and gratitude opens doorways to prosperity that remain closed to those who fear what they do not understand. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of the sacred communications that flow through nighttime hours. These blessing visitors are waiting to share their gifts with those wise enough to welcome rather than fear their mysterious but benevolent presence.